First of all, tell us, you were reasonably optimistic about the company's performance in the US even just a couple of weeks ago. I am wondering how that may have changed, and globally, what kind of an impact are you seeing when it comes to these extended lockdowns and the measures taking place on your business?
Yes, the landscape has changed a lot since I had an interview with Bloomberg. It's quite evident that our business is slipping down quite a lot. Having said that, one with the restaurants and the bars, that's not doing well at all, you can imagine. However, the consumption at the homes, that is doing great. But there are two features I should address. One is very famous brands are preferred by consumers, like Jim Beam, Maker's Mark. Consumers don't want to try something new. So they are very conservative, and they want to drink standard or a bit premium. Second feature is the larger size. So big size is sold very well. So that shows, they think that the consumers think that this is a very long time war, staying at the home. So we are responding to those needs of consumers. So I believe the business with the home use or home drink is compensating now for the gap which comes from bad business with the restaurants and the bars. But you can't, compensate completely. And profit-wise, it's a pretty low profit margin because we are not selling the premium or super premium brands through restaurants and bars. So our profit perspective is much lower than we projected at the first. The beginning of this fiscal year.
Even before this, you'd been concerned about the global trade war, the US-China trade war, tariffs between the EU and the US as well as having an adverse impact on your business. So I'm wondering, with this extended pandemic threat and the possibility, for example, of lockdowns in the US until we go into the summer season, what are the numbers that you're crunching? What does it look like in terms of the decline in sales?
I think we don't know, but I assume the sales slipping down now will be around 20 to 30%. But we don't know yet because how long this situation will continue is, in question, as you know. But hopefully, the sales should be around 20 to 30% down. And we are working on responding to the huge need from home drink. So that will compensate, that will fill the gap. And we are working as much as we can.
We're trying to go around and all of the different CEOs that we speak to gauge sort of what this new environment has been like. What have been some of the biggest challenges for you working now from home in different environmental conditions as well as some of the demand impacts that have been caused by this? What has been some of the biggest challenges for you recently?
Well, production is now under operation, and how to keep those workers at the operations, at the production lines, how to keep them safe is a huge concern. At any time, people get infected because we don't know the real feature or real substance of the coronavirus at this moment. So we are so concerned about what if the production has to stop operation. And we are very much careful about the sanitary condition for people working for the distilleries, plants, and factories. And we want to supply enough products to homes through e-commerce and through our wholesalers. So the biggest concern is production and people there.
Curious, we've been talking a lot about alcohol, but scrolling through your websites, you come across a lot of different brands that you have: water, bottled tea, some soda beverages. Is there any hope, if you will, about some of those consumer staple items can help offset the decline that you're seeing in the in-store drops, or people not visiting bars or restaurants as much, but they're still perhaps buying some of the teas or sodas or water? How does that dynamic look like to you?
Exactly. People are now asking us to supply water, soda, and tea, especially tea and water. Both have the strong demands from consumers. So those items are going through supermarkets and e-commerce. And in China, our e-commerce partners are doing great to deliver water and tea, same as in Europe, same as in Japan, same as in Southeast Asia. But again, those items are mostly in large bottles, and people do not buy premium products. So margin-wise, it's not the high margin. And we projected that we want to be going toward the premiumization for every item of the products we are producing. Mm-hmm. But consumers are not toward the premium products, but the standard products.
Yes.
So that's the concern, because we want to increase gross margin, but it's really hard
right.
to sell the premium products.